Selected parts from the book One Life is Not Enough, written by Shri K. Nator Singh. Part 23. The most authoritative and objective book on emergency is P.N. Dhar's Indira Gandhi, The Emergency and Indian Democracy. The literature on the emergency is vast. I am confining myself to the impact of the emergency in England only. By any standard, Indira Gandhi was a powerful, dynamic, and charismatic leader. After the 1971 war with Pakistan, her reputation took an upward trajectory and she could do no wrong. This euphoria was short lived, though, and in the next 3 years, things started to go haywire on both the economic and political fronts. In 1974, Jay Prakash Narayan's Lok Satta movement, which exhorted citizens to non-violently transform the nation, caught the imagination of the people. Indira Gandhi attended the Commonwealth Summit in early June 1975 at Kingston, Jamaica. She cut short her visit on hearing the news of the death of Padmaja Naidu. On 12th June, Justice Jagmohan Lal Sinha of the Allahabad High Court delivered the judgment on Raj Narayan's petition against the Prime Minister. Justice Sinha not only set aside her election from Raebareli in 1971 but also debarred her from elective office for 6 years. Her initial reaction was to step down, but Siddharth Shankar Ray and Sanjay Gandhi persuaded her not to resign. She hit back on 26th June. The President Fakhruddin Ali Ahmed issued an order declaring a state of national emergency. In exercise of powers conferred by Clause 1 of Article 352 of the Constitution, I, Fakhruddin Ali Ahmed, President of India, by this proclamation declare that a grave emergency exists whereby the security of India is threatened by internal disturbances. The cabinet was informed that the decision had been taken. Sardar Swaran Singh asked a question or two as to why it was necessary to declare emergency. He did not last long. Indira Gandhi's principal advisers were what the rest of us called the triumvirate, that is, D.K. Barua, Siddharth Shankar Ray, and Rajni Patel. By early morning of 26th June, hundreds of leaders from different political parties were arrested, including Jay Prakash Narayan, Morarji Desai, Atal Bihari Vajpayee, L.K. Advani, Charan Singh, Ashok Mehta, M. Karunanidhi, and the Rajamatas of Gwalior and Jaipur. Strict press censorship was imposed. Electricity of critical newspapers was cut, sterilizations were arbitrarily undertaken, and the structures around Turkman Gate were demolished allegedly under Sanjay Gandhi's orders. The initial British reaction to the Allahabad High Court verdict was to give Indira Gandhi the benefit of doubt. One of my closest British friends, the well known author and columnist John Grigg wrote an article in the New Statesman making light of Justice Sinha's 12th June verdict. From 26th June onwards, however, the British media took a 180-degree turn. A full-page advertisement appeared in the Times carrying the names of hundreds of eminent and distinguished people, the most prominent being Fenner Brockway, Messrs. Lasky, Lady Cripps, and Dame Sybil, all friends of India, condemning the emergency and the arrest of hundreds of prominent national and regional leaders, in particular Jayaprakash Narayan. By the middle of July, the British media was gunning for Sanjay, who was apparently influencing and guiding his mother. Amnesty International was pushing B.K. Nehru and me. Socialist International was pressing for release of George Fernandez, who had instigated a railway strike. He was then a member of the group well known among the English and continental socialists. British Foreign Minister James Callaghan spoke to Indian External Affairs Minister Y.B. Chavan about Fernandez's incarceration. 3 months after the declaration of emergency, I wrote a personal letter to Indira Gandhi. While supporting the emergency, I said that it was my hope that it would be short-lived. Uncharacteristically, the Prime Minister did not reply. At a Buckingham Palace reception hosted by the Queen, Lord Mountbatten said to B.K. Nehru and me, "You have locked up all my friends." He was referring to the Rajmatas of Gwalior and Jaipur and Bhavani Singh, the Maharaja of Jaipur. We kept silent, but everyone heard what Mountbatten said. The most vocal critic of the emergency was Fenner Brockway. He was an important Labour member of Parliament and had known Gandhiji and Jawaharlal Nehru in the 1920s and 1930s. He had also met Indira Gandhi several times. Brockway had supported India's freedom movement. Hence, he could not be ignored. I sought an appointment with him. Brockway spoke with fury against the emergency and the arrest of Jayaprakash Narayan. You were probably not born when I first met Jayaprakash. Gandhi introduced him to me. 4 years ago, you sent him to London to put across India's view about the brutal suppression of the people of East Pakistan by Pakistan. I arranged a meeting of Conservative and Labour members of Parliament here to meet him. Jayaprakash Narayan spoke with feeling and sincerity. His presentation of India's case was convincing and his speech made a very favourable impression on the members of Parliament. Now, you want me to believe that he is a traitor? It would have been counterproductive for me to get into an argument with him. I ventured to suggest that he might consider writing to the Prime Minister on the lines of what he had said to me and assured him that the letter would be forwarded to her by diplomatic bag. After a few days, his letter arrived and I sent it to the Prime Minister. I also rather daringly wrote to her, "I know what to say to our critics, but I do not know what to say to our friends." She did not reply. Brockway also wrote to Jayaprakash Narayan, but that letter failed to reach him. Thank you very much.